Yo everyone, UFC Qatar, Tsarukyan versus Hooker takes place, and this betting guide is extremely late, extremely short notice here. It's currently 12 a.m. where I am, and the card starts at around 2 hours, guys, so I apologize for how late this video is. I couldn't have gotten it out right now any earlier. But we're going to go through the video very, very quickly. There's going to be a shortened, condensed version of the regular betting guide for you guys. I'm currently looking at myself on the screen. This is a lot different than how I normally do it. I've got my mouse here, so I can skip through the slides that I've made here. First thing I do want to talk about is that I do have a Discord, guys. This is the area where, people can chat with me, can chat amongst yourselves with the subscribers, or my subscribers. And I've just made it just recently. It's been the past few weeks that I've opened it up, and I would like to see more people in there. This is where you can put your subscribers' bets of the week in there, guys. It's just another area to do things like that and communicate with me if you do want to chat with me. The next thing is I'm going to talk about my results for last week's card, which was pretty good, actually. I did pretty well, 10-4 on picks. And on the main card, the only pick that I did get incorrect was the JDM pick, guys. But overall, I was pretty happy with how I did. The confident picks went well. Besides me adding Malcolm Wellmaker to that list later on when the card took place, everything did go pretty well. As for my results on the card in terms of my bets, we've got... here are my bets, actually, guys. But we've got this as my results. I'm sorry. I'm not editing this. I said it for my last video. I'm going to edit less of this. But yeah, we did end up going up like about a unit and a half or something like that. It wasn't the biggest win ever, but it is a win, so pretty happy with that. The only bet that I did add after the betting guide was the Bo Nickel minus 3.5 bet, but apart from that, every single bet on the screen is a bet that was in the betting guide for that week. And man, if JDM did win, guys, you could possibly see that I probably would have been up like 11 units or something. 11, 12 units would have been crazy, but it is what it is. So if we move on from here, now, this is just to mention that I will be streaming for this card. I'm going to be streaming the main card. The main card's going to be from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. The prelims would have been from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. in total if I can include the prelims and main card. So I'm not going to stream for that, unfortunately, guys. I'm still going to stream for the main card, though. So that's the Aussie time, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. For you guys, it might be 1 p.m. to 4 p.m., somewhere between that range. But yeah, I'm going to stream. So if you do want to join, please say hi. I would appreciate it. Now, on screen, you guys can see my confident picks for UFC Qatar here. I've got Abdul Rahman Yakyayev, Asu Amabayev, and Arman Tsarukyan. Next, I do have my strong favorites for the card. Like I said, this is going to be a condensed version. Usually I take my time explaining everything, but guys, this video is super late notice. I'm trying to breeze through everything here. The only two fighters that I've added to this list in terms of strong favorites were Denzel Freeman and Nurullo Aliyev. I do think they win their fights pretty convincingly, in my opinion. The next list is the solid underdogs. I think Biksat Al-Makan is a good underdog. I think Nicholas Dalby is too big of an underdog for his chances to win the fight. I think Bogdan Grad is also a solid underdog because, Luke Riley's just coming into the UFC as a debuter against someone who's pretty solid in Bogdan Grad. He's a bit reckless, but he's also pretty solid. And then I've got Shamil Gaziev to finish it off as an underdog, especially against a Waldo Cortez Acosta that is coming in on short notice. Next up, we've got my favorite lock of the card, an underdog lock of the card. I've picked Abdul Rahman Yakyayev as my favorite lock of the card, and I've picked Shamil Gaziev as my underdog lock of the card, guys. So I've gotten through that section. I'm breezing through this right now. The fighter to look out for. This is a section I don't usually have because I usually have a more thought out section with a high risk, high reward. But for this week, I'm just shortening it. I'm going to show you a fighter that I think, if you want to put some props on, or if you want to, bet on in general, I'm giving you like sort of, how do you say, I'm not gonna say my blessing or anything like that, but I'm sort of saying, you know what, this guy has some solid odds on him, and he's probably got a better chance of winning than the odds do say in general. And that fighter is Nicholas Dalby, guys. I do think he's got a good chance to outpace someone like his opponent here, and he's done it before to a lot of tougher opponents, so I really do think he's got a good chance to win this fight, especially by decision, by picking up the pace, especially if he avoids the grappling here. So that is the person that I'm going to highlight here. Potential underdog value is what I've listed him as. Next, these are my bets for the card. I know it says UFC 322. Why does it say that? Don't disregard that, guys. I know it says UFC 322 up the top, but it is not UFC 322. It's UFC Qatar here. And these are my bets for the card here. I've got Mirbek Orobai plus Asu Almabayev here to win their fights, right? But that is because it's the subscribers bet of the week. So I've got 2 subscribers as the subscribers bet of the week. I've got Triple T. I did end up taking his bet, which was the 2-leg bet that I just said with Orobai versus Orobai plus Asu Almabayev. And then I also took some inspiration from Love Slick here because he's put a lot of bets on methods here. He's got Freeman by KO, Aliyev by decision, Orobai by KO, Uzdemir by KO, Gary by decision, and Tsarukyan by sub. And I really felt like doing something similar, so I just wanted to give him some props there. I haven't got all of his bets like that, and I've actually got some different bets to that. I'm just giving him some props in terms of inspiration there. But I did take the 2-leg Orobai plus Almabayev there. And also, if I swap to the slide with my bets here, I've actually taken inspiration from that particular bet that he had at the top here with Yakyaev gone in 60 seconds. But instead of the gone in 60 seconds, I've taken Abdul Rahman Yakyaev under 0.5 rounds. The next bet is Denzel Freeman by KO or submission, guys. I've got Arman Tsarukyan to win in rounds 1, 2, or 3. Narulo Aliyev to win by decision. I've got Ismail Nurdiev to win by KO under 1.5 rounds. I got boosted odds on that. I got Mirbek Orobai just to win inside the distance pretty much, which was pretty solid, honestly. I could have put a unit on that. And then I've got Ian Gary to win by KO. I know decision is a lot more likely, but the odds on KO were just ridiculous. And I do think there is a good chance he gets it done there. I've got a super long shot here with Freeman, Aliyev, Topuria, Almabayev, Sagid, Riley, Tagia Orobai, Uzdemir, Gary, and Arman here. I've got my confident picks list as Yakyaev, Almabayev, and Arman. I've got my main card parlay with Tagia, Gaziv, Orobai, Uzdemir, Gary, and Arman. And all my single fighter bets, guys, I've got Alexandre Topuria, Shamil Gaziev, and Ismail Nurdiev all to win. So that really is the shortest betting guide I could possibly do for you guys here. I know it's super late. I know not many people are probably even going to see this video in general. Like, not many people watch my vids. I appreciate all the people that do, but I don't think many people are going to even have the chance to see it because it's going to come out 2 hours before the card. Maybe people will see it before the main card, but that's pretty much it, guys. I hope everyone likes these bets. I hope you like the video. If you do like the video, subscribe if you're not already, and hope you enjoy the card. I'll see you guys in the next video, guys. Bye. Take care.